Enter. Right, gotta go. I'll speak to you later.
Good morning.
Hello, come in, take a seat. What can I do for you today?
I've come about this letter that I've received from yourself saying that I owe you money,
Yes?
Mr.
Devious.
Devious.
Here at Lowell Cabot, Scumbags Fraudsters Limited, we buy debts. And we bought your debt, so you owe us lots of money.
Well, how does that work then?
Well, it's rather simple. We buy the debt, and instead of you handing over money to the original creditor, you pay us instead.
Well, how do I know that you've purchased the debt? Do you have any proof?
One moment. Notice. There we go.
You just wrote that.
Well, yes, but that makes us compliant with Section 136 of the Law of Property Act 1925. So pay up, there's a good chap.
It doesn't seem right that you can just pop up demanding payment for a contract that wasn't with you. Surely there must be some proof that you purchased the debt other than you telling me that you have.
Yes, we have a sale agreement with the original company that you owed money to.
Well, okay, I'd like to see that, please.
I'm sorry, you're not allowed to see that. It's commercially sensitive.
What do you mean I'm not allowed to see it?
Nope.
But surely if you just showed it to me, I'd be satisfied that everything was above board and I might even pay.
I'm sorry, you're not allowed to see it. It's got other people's information on it. It'd be a breach of the Data Protection Act.
Does it mention how much you paid for the debt?
Well, it might, but that's commercially sensitive as well.
Okay, so cross out all the information that I'm not allowed to see under the Data Protection Act and then show me it.
No can do.
Why not?
You're not allowed to see it. All we have to do is give you a notice. That's it.
Which you just wrote.
And that proves that we own the debt and you have to pay us.
Okay. Who was the original debt with before you bought it?
Original Assigner Limited.
Well, I've never heard of them. Have you got a copy of the original agreement that I signed with them?
Is that really necessary? I've shown you the notice of assignment.
Which you just wrote.
Isn't that enough to convince you to pay? Can I take your bank details?
No, you can't. I'd like to see the original agreement, please.
Oh, must you really?
Yes, I must insist.
It might take a while.
Okay, I can wait.
We've contacted Original Assigner Limited and they haven't kept a copy of the original agreement. There's no legal obligation for them to keep it once they've sold the debt to us.
So you won't show me the proof that you purchased the debt, and you don't even have an original contract.
That about sums it up. How will you be making payment today?
I won't be making payment today.
We'll have to take you to court then.
But I don't owe you any money.
It's a scary place. There's men with gowns and wigs and gavels and the judges are ferocious. They're like lions. Blah! And if you get some of the questions wrong, they're going to nip you and it really hurts.
Don't be silly. It would be a complete waste of court time, wouldn't it?
So you won't pay, eh? Pay half then.
Pay half?
Yeah.
You just wanted me to pay the full amount a minute ago.
Well, lucky you. I've had a change of heart and you only need to pay half now. You don't need to pay the whole thing at all. You're jolly lucky.
I don't actually owe you any money, do I?
Yes, you do. I have a notice of assignment.
Which you just wrote.
That says you owe us money.
Half of it.
We're feeling generous today. How will you be making payment?
So if this got to court, you sent a notice to say that you are compliant with Section 136 of the Law of Property Act 1925. Are you compliant with Section 44 of the Companies Act 2006?
What's that then?
It says that you need 2 signatures from each company on the sale agreement, and that is otherwise known as a deed of assignment.
I'll just look at the deed.
So you've got it there?
Yes.
Then show it to me, please.
I'm sorry, it's commercially sensitive.
It looks just like a long list of names to me. There aren't any signatures that I can see. I think that you are committing fraud.
We've decided to close the account.
Oh, so I don't owe you anything?
We're still going to report that you owe us money to the credit reference agencies. So best you just pay up.
You've closed my account and that you're still expecting me to pay?
We're still going to report that you owe us money to the credit reference agencies. So if you don't want to get a bad mark on your credit, then best just cough up.
But that means that you would be reporting false information to the credit reference agencies, which would be in breach of GDPR and the Data Protection Act 2018, for which I would then have to report you to the Information Commissioner's Office.
Okay. We're not going to be reporting anything to the credit reference agencies, and any defaults registered by Cabot Lowell Scumbags and Forsters Limited on your account will be removed.
So the matter's closed?
Yes, but keep it under your hat there. There's a good chap. Don't tell the Rozzers.